Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Right now we do pre-boarding passengers. We need a little bit more time boarding the aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, passengers flying Delta Flight 3506. Once he returns up here, we're going to start boarding our first class passengers only. If I place a pink tag on your bags, please leave them on the jet bridge. They're too large to fit in overhead bin. Also, federal regulations prohibit lithium cell batteries in the cargo compartment. Please remove them. Carry them out to the aircraft with you. We now like to board our first class passengers only at this time. First class passengers only at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board your Delta Connection Flight 3307 with service to Raleigh-Durham. As you locate your assigned seat, please store the items you brought on board completely beneath the seat in front of you or in enclosed over compartments. This is for passenger safety. We do appreciate your compliance. If you're having trouble accommodating any item in the cabin, please bring it forward to the boarding door. We'll be happy to gate check it for you. Please review the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you if you are seated in an exit seat. Also review the exit seating criteria located on the back of the information card. If you're unwilling, unable, or concerned about performing any listed functions on that card, please let a flight attendant know immediately for reseating. Your cell phones and electronic devices may be used while we are here parked at the gate. Once the boarding door has been closed, those devices do need to be completely powered off and stowed. Thank you. Once again, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're just waiting for a few more passengers possibly to make their flight today. We'll be on our way to Raleigh-Durham. Please review the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you. If you are seated in an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria located on the back of the information card. If you're unwilling, unable, or concerned about performing any listed functions on that card, please let a flight attendant know immediately for reseating. We do apologize about today's delay. If you didn't hear before, the Detroit airport was fogged in this morning, so it kind of made a domino effect on all the delays here in Detroit. Not very many flights were going out on time today, so we do apologize about that. And we will get you to Raleigh-Durham as safely and as quickly as possible. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Delta Connection with service to Raleigh-Durham. It should be under here shortly. We're waiting for paperwork as soon as they give it to us. Latest weather in Raleigh is showing the winds out of the west. Scattered broken skies. Temperature is 86 degrees. They're saying it's some turbulence on the climb out here in Detroit due to the weather earlier. Obviously, the delay is from earlier this morning. There was real dense fog that messed up everything, and we had to wait for the aircraft, obviously, to get here. So that was the reason for delay. And as soon as they get that paperwork to us, we'll be ready to go. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good news. Paperwork's here. We're all set to go. We're moving back to jet bridge as we speak, so we'll be closing the door momentarily. If you're talking on your cell phones or using electronic devices, they will need to be powered off and stowed in a few moments. Once again, if you're seated in an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria located on the back of the information card. If you're unwilling, unable, or concerned about performing any listed functions, please let me know. I'll be happy to receive you. Thank you once again. Thanks for your patience and welcome aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding door is now closed. Please turn off and stow all mobile phones and all electronic devices before we leave the gate. All passengers must be seated with their seatbelts fastened, seatbacks upright, all tray tables, carry-on items stowed, and all armrests lowered. Again, we welcome aboard this Delta Connection flight to Raleigh-Durham. My name is Elaine, your flight attendant, along with Amanda. Captain Tom Pace is in command of this aircraft, and he is assisted by First Officer Tony Gill. A safe and comfortable flight is our #1 priority, so before we depart, we will inform you of the safety features of the CRJ-900 aircraft.
Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an information card in the seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. You may use this card to follow along. U.S. federal regulations require compliance with this information, as well as all crew instructions, lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. This aircraft has 2 forward doors, 1 on each side, and 4 window exits, 2 on each side over the wings. Exits are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for operation. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. Personal carry-on items must be stowed in overhead compartments or beneath the seat in front of you to ensure free access to the aisle. Seat backs and tray tables should be in the up and locked position. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the ends. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. In a water evacuation, your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and through the straps located on the back. Infant life vests are stored in a marked compartment on the forward left side of the cabin. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. U.S. federal regulations prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors.
In just a couple minutes, I will be turning off the cabin lighting. A reading light button is located above your seat. Window shades in the exit rows and at 1A must be open. Armrests in the aisle seats must be down at this time. Our flight to Raleigh-Durham will take approximately 1 hour 15 minutes from takeoff to touchdown. Please contact us if we can make your flight more comfortable, and thank you for choosing a Delta connection this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our Sky Miles members, extend a special thank you to our Sky Priority customers, our Medallion members, especially our Diamond members. Your business loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. On this afternoon's flight, Sky Miles members will earn approximately 500 miles. If you're not yet a Sky Miles member, we do invite you to visit Delta.com to join. Complimentary copies of the Sky Mag and the Sky Mall can be found in your seat pocket. We have now reached the altitude where it is safe to use approved electronic devices. A list of the devices is in the Sky magazine. This aircraft is equipped with Wi-Fi, go-go internet, Wi-Fi internet service. Refer to the Sky magazine for details on the service. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. For security reasons, we ask for your cooperation. Minimize crowding in the forward part of the cabin. Also, the captain has asked that Amanda and myself stay seated because of turbulence in the area. So we're going to stay seated and make sure that your seatbelts are securely fastened. Thank you. On this flight this afternoon, we offer a choice of complimentary Coca-Cola products, snack items. We have wine and mixed drinks for $7, beer for $6. A complete list of the onboard products can be found in the Sky magazine. Only credit or debit cards can be used for onboard purchases. Thank you for your attention and please enjoy your flight. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has just informed me that in about 10 minutes we're going to be having some turbulence. So we're going to try to get the service done in the back as quick as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Ladies and gentlemen, we started descending to the Raleigh area. Presently, we're about 20 minutes after landing. Latest weather in Raleigh showing just a few clouds in the area. Temperature still 86 degrees, and the winds are out of the west at 12. I'd like to thank you for choosing Delta Connection today. I hope you have a nice evening. Wherever your final destination is. arriving on the sea concourse at gate number 14. We'd like to ask Elaine and Amanda, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've begun our descent into the Raleigh-Durham area. At this time, all cabin service is discontinued. We'll be passing through the cabin to collect all remaining service items, as well as anything else you'd like to discard. We do ask that you check around your seat, especially in the seat back pockets, for any cups, newspapers, water bottles, anything that you are not taking with you this afternoon. Also, at this time, please start to restow any carry-on luggage that you may have used throughout the flight, either beneath the seat in front of you or in the closed overhead compartments. You may get a little choppy on the descent. We do ask that you check to see that your seatbelt is securely fastened at this time. Thank you. We'll be on the ground shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached an altitude where all electronic devices do need to be completely powered down and stowed. Once again, ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and remain seated for the remainder of the flight. Armrests in the aisle seats should be down, windows in the exit rows, and seat 1A should be open. Please return seat backs and tray tables to their up and locked position. We'll be on the ground shortly. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raleigh-Durham. The local time is 6:10. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Once the seatbelt sign is turned off, please be careful when opening the overhead vents to prevent injury from bags that may fall. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices. However, personal computers may not be used at this time. We do invite you to visit Delta.com for all your travel needs. On Delta.com, you can plan a trip, check in for your flight, manage your sky miles, and while you're there, you can also provide us with feedback about our service and suggest ways to improve the Delta connection experience. We do apologize for the delay on this flight from 2 in the afternoon to 4:30. Hopefully we can make this up to you next time on your flight. On behalf of our Delta Connection, our SkyTeam partners, this Detroit-based crew, we'd like to thank you for flying with us this evening. It's been our pleasure to serve you, and we do hope to see you soon on another Delta Connection in the near future. Have a safe, pleasant evening here in Raleigh-Durham or wherever your travels may still take you. And for those passengers waiting for their pink tag bags, please do not forget to retrieve your bags immediately after you exit. Wait while your bag is unloaded. It will be brought to you as quickly as possible. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Once again, please remain seated with seatbelts fastened until we are parked and the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. If you could assist us by pulling down your window shades and opening your air gaspers above your head, it helps keep the aircraft as cool as possible for the next flight. Thank you.